Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I'm so excited to be here because today I'm finally decided to answer the questions for the tag. It's a newbie booktuber tag because I'm really newbie here. I have some videos, but I wanted to be closer to you more. So that's why I decided to answer these questions for showing who am I, what is my channel, what do I love, and maybe who I'm as a reader. So let's start the answering the questions. Today we will have 10 of them and I really enjoy them. I think it would be really fun. So why did you start this channel? First of all, because I love books and I really love and adore reading, and most of the time I don't have a lot of people around me in reality who also read a lot of books like me. And I don't have, like a community for connection about the books, about the reading, about maybe some new releases which we can connect, like drinking a cup of coffee somewhere and talking about this one. So that's why I decided to make my YouTube channel like a platform, like a homepage for me about talking books and things which I really love. And of course I try to tell you what books are really comfortable for reading in different spheres, maybe in different seasons, or maybe if you like reading like me, mystery, thrillers, detectives, some murder books, and fantasy without romance lines most of the time. So we will have a really connection here because I really love such genres. Question number 2: where some fun and unique things can you bring to YouTube? So first of the time, I think that some funny things, it's not about the YouTube. I think it's about the shorts only, because you can make in short variants some really funny stories which connect with the reading if we speak about booktube, and I think it's really cool. For me, long videos like 15-20 minutes on YouTube, it's really interesting things about connection and about talking about the book which I really loved or not, and I wanna to tell you why I loved it or not. So I think it would be really fun to understand which books really love me and which books can you read and love too or not, and like, do we have a connection in this sphere or not. Also, I think that unique things now, it's so hard for understanding what is a unique, because most of the time all people on the YouTube, on the booktube, in reality can read the same books, the same genres, and for me unique thing is that you can tell only your thoughts, which can make you feel happiness, feel maybe sadness, maybe you cry during the reading, and it's so interesting for understanding like how you will feel after the reading these books, because most of the time I can take the book for reading without any ideas what is it, just maybe I saw them sometimes on YouTube or other reviews, and I can see that for me this book is like not my genre, but I can take it, and sometimes I can cry. So that's why I wanted to make unique videos about stories which probably not your genres, but you will read them and you will love them. So I think it would be really cool. Question number 3: what and I most expected for the channel? For this channel I really expected to find new friends and a lot of people who I can connect with about the books. So this is the main idea, as I told you, and that's why this channel for me is like the most expectation things for making the people who like on the one wave with me in the reading genres. Question number 4: why do you love reading? Actually, I remember all my life with the reading, with books, with libraries, and with bookstores, because I'm all the time feel the most comfortable moments in these places. Also, I love reading because it's my moment of escaping from reality most of the time, about the reality situations which is not so fun, not so good, not so cool, maybe some depressed moments, and when you take the new book you can be really happy because you involved in the world and the things which can happen there. So for me, reading also is a thing which can make you really happy and excited about the world which you can see in the book, and I like from different emotional level take the books which really can help me. So if I'm in one mood, I like to read fantasy about the dragons, about the other things, about the struggles, about interesting characters. If I'm in a mood which is so, you know, gloomy, so not so depressed a bit, so I like to read some murder and mystery stories, and also detective, because I really love to be in the role of detective and try to push my brain working about some things which can have in this book, and try to understand what has happened really in this story, and can I be a detective in reality or not. The next question, number 5. What book series got you into reading? Actually, I'm not a fan of a book series because I have my work, and it takes a lot of time from my real life, so that's why I really love books which like not in a series, like maybe just 1, 2, or 3, it's just enough for me. But most of the time I really wanted to take time for going in a big trip with the characters in a big series. So I'm really fun reading the Harry Potter series. I read all of the book, or I watched all the films, and for me it's really cool because you can be there. And I also love this series because it's really different from atmosphere, from the colors, from the emotional level, because I love the first books for the Christmas time mood, and I really love Christmas, so for me the Christmas time mood in Harry Potter was so wonderful. Also I loved the 4th book of the series about the Harry Potter, the Goblet Fire, and for me it was the most wonderful adventure, because I love quests, I love films or games where you can do some things for making other things, and for me the 4th part was the perfect one. So, and also I'm now reading the Stephen King's book series, The Dark Tower, and now I'm the book 6. And what I can tell you, it's just wow. It's just wow. Every time when I take the book for reading, I'm just not listening, not viewing anything what I can have in reality, because I'm totally there with main characters for understanding what's going on there. I love the world, I love the characters, I love the things which can happen, I love the problem moments when our characters just breaking the rules for making other things. And as you know, actually I love the transformation of the world, because for me different book, different world, because it's not like, you know, a line like in other series when you have just most of the time the one world, the one characters, the one stuff which they can have, and they just continue to do something. Here we have every book different things, different level of emotion, different atmosphere, different world, different part of the world, different time of this world. So it's a really cool series, and I'm just close to finishing it, and I think that it would be the greatest series for me in this year. So like this one. The next one, question number 6. What question would I ask my favorite booktubers? So actually I'm fan of booktube. I really love to watch my favorite booktubers, and I have 3 of them. It's Halle Femme, Sarah Caroli, and Destiny Sidwell. I really love to watch their videos, and most of the time I wanna just ask them one question: why are they so cute? They are so really cute. Their videos so really cute and comfy. And when I every time I had a bad mood, I just take a cup of coffee or a tea and start watching them, and I'm feeling like on a one wave with them. And for me it's really strange, because most of the time they read romance, the popular romance. I'm not a romance reader, but I'm just feeling calm on a one wave with these girls, and I really love their books. Of course, most of the time I watch their videos when they make some challenges, because for me challenges is the best side of booktube. Number 7, what challenges would be hardest with booktube? So for me, I told you the previous questions about the reading one genres for 1 week, or maybe for 24 hours if we don't speak about my main genres. And I think also for me as a booktuber would be hard to buy a lot of books, I mean new books, because in my region we don't have a lot of new releases. We just need to wait some time for them, and most of the time when half of the world will read them in reality. I'm just sitting and waiting when we'll have them for understanding what the story is. Of course, I can buy them on the Kindle, and I, of course, do this. And I really love to read on my Kindle, and I think it's the best thing for booktubers because it's really so easy to read with this stuff. You can take it everywhere, and every minute you can just come back, just flew back to this gadget to read the story. Question 8. When did you start reading? I'm a person who started reading so early in the childhood, and my parents told me that it was 4 or 5 years old, and I really enjoyed some fairy tales, some interesting short stories. So I think I was the person who really loved reading from the childhood. And I remember that I read a lot of detective and mystery stories when I was in teenager's time. I was just a fan. I went just to the library every time for taking only these things, because for me it was really enjoyable time spending. And every summer holidays after school, when you'd have a lot of free time, I just went there and took a lot of books and just went home for reading. And really nobody from relatives can find me, because I all the time was in my room for reading these detectives and mystery stories. It was a wonderful time because I really understood that I'm a detective and mystery reader in this time, so in my childhood. Question 9. Where do you read? I read everywhere. Really everywhere, so I can read in an apartment, outside, in a car. If I go to somebody's place, I also all the time take with me the book, paper book or Kindle for reading, because I can't understand what people will do there. So if they like a lot of connections with each other, or watching some maybe programs on channels, some films, and I really don't like them, I can read the book. So for me it's not a problem, and everybody in my real world, I mean relatives and my friends, they know my things that I all the time have the book as my stuff in my bag. And also I love reading every 3 minutes, especially when I have a working day. I all the time have the book with me, and when I have break, so I can take the book, just enjoy my meal, and continue to read the story, which I really love. And the last question, the 10th, which kind of books do you read? So I told you today that I really fan of thrillers, mystery books, detective books, and I really fan of Agatha Christie, because I really loved her books, and I read a lot of them, but not all. So that's why it would be the long way in her reality of books, because I really loved the stories which you really love. It's classic detective with a classic, atmosphere, with the classic problems, and sometimes it's really cool to go there for understanding how was it in the beginning of 20th century. Also, I'm a fan of Ruth Ware, and I read all of her books, really all of them, but not the new release about the perfect couple, and I'm planning to do the video about reading this book maybe soon, because I have this on my Kindle, but I'm waiting the perfect time for reading this one. So for me it's really cool for understanding that my favorite authors, I mean the Ruth Ware, continue to make the happiness to the readers, and every year we have a new book. Also, I love her books because it's, sometimes unexpected what you can see in these books and what genre you will have, because all of her books, they are different, and I really love these things. Also, atmosphere is the perfect thing in her books, and this is one of the main things which I love in her books. So 10 questions finished, and I really fun to answer the question, because actually I want to tell you that I didn't prepare my answers for these questions, and I decided that it would be more interesting and more challenging for myself to give the answers for the questions like, in real life. And the real-time answering the questions, it's so unique, because you most of the time can't remember the small elements which you wanted to tell when you just prepare. So that's why I really love this more than preparing answers. Hope you enjoyed my answers. Hope you love our connection in this video, because I really try to give you more information about myself, about my favorite genres, about my reading, about my style of reading, and of course about my channel. So don't forget to subscribe my channel and see you in next videos. Bye!